You're now tuned in to the Lady Charmaine live show, and I'm your host, Lady Charmaine. And as always, I got another great interview for you today. And I tell you who it is coming up right after this. My guest today is a high-end real estate agent in Southern California, and she's one of the stars of VH1's hit show Love and Listings, and she's here today to talk about the new season of Love and Listings and all the drama. Help me welcome back to the Lady Charmaine live show, Miss Ajani Scott. Welcome back to the show, Ajani. Welcome back. So there's been a whole lot going on the show, so we're going to be talking about that. But first, how have you been getting along with this whole COVID? You're a realtor in Los Angeles, so you got to meet with people, see people. So do you meet with a full mask on and gloves?
Full mask, gloves, Zoom, virtual tours of houses. I try to keep as much distance as I possibly can. If I don't absolutely have to be in your personal presence, I won't, because I'm one of those that takes this virus very seriously, and ain't nothing worth my life and health. I'm an asthmatic as well, so it affects the lungs. So I'm really actually quite terrified. So I've been doing things as virtually as I possibly can.
And so now, were you guys affected in shooting by COVID at all, or was the show already done? Was it already completely canned?
We were affected, but honestly, we were one of the most lucky shows that's out right now, because our interactive filming, for the most part, was done. But in terms of our interviews, where we're explaining the scenes in between scenes, that wasn't done, but we were able to get these huge kits that were being dropped off at our house. It would be the green screen, the camera, the computer, the lighting, softbox, the everything. So we were able to set up our own personal studios in our homes to complete the interview portion. But so much of it was done, we were able to release our show, and it's a full show. It's not a lot of quarantine talk on it, because luckily we were pretty much wrapped up, and we're one of the lucky ones, because other shows weren't able to come out at all.
Right.
Able to complete their filming. So I consider us to be very lucky.
Well, that's great. So now I want to talk about the show. You guys opened up with some bangs. You ended with a bang. Then you opened up with some more bangs. Then you had the Taylor situation. But okay, look, I'm like, because now everybody, true story. Okay, we set our interview up. Homegirl, thank God, she was a businesswoman. She had some business to take care of. Then the next week, I fell down my stairs and had to cancel our interview.
How are you?
You know what? My foot is a lot better. I had been on ibuprofen. I was taking Epsom salt baths. It felt like I was hit by a bus because I fell down my stairs so hard. And I'm a woman of a particular age, so I can't be falling.
I'm glad you were able to recover. And we had some things, going on, but I'm glad we're here. There's more to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. There's more to talk about. So I just want to back up to bring the people kind of like up to date. You and Taylor opened up, and you guys were friends. You guys had mended fences, and then before you know it, it just went haywire. And I understand that she was upset because she felt that you should talk to Andrew, but I'm so glad you took the high road. So I wanted to say that because not everything needs to be addressed. You were done, you were over it, you got a new man, and to address it because somebody else feels that you should. I'm so glad you didn't buy into that. So I want to say thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, sometimes you have to find closure yourself, and you can't always look to that person that you're in the entanglement with to grant you that closure. You got to be like, you know what? I'll close this down myself. Okay?
Right.
Explanation, your apology. I don't need your acknowledge. I don't need nothing from you. I'm gonna find my own closure, and that's what I did. Now I did see her point, and at the end of the day, she did receive some backlash for coming at me like that, but really she's just a very passionate friend. And she didn't like seeing me hurt. She didn't like seeing my name dragged like that. And she wanted me to just stick up for myself a little bit more, which I can see that side. But for me, I had to make that personal decision to let it go.
Right. And that was the mature decision because people were able to see through it. Most of the people were able to see, that you were, well, for me, that you were telling the truth. But last night we almost got a confession. We almost got a Jada. We almost, when he was talking to Samantha, I was like, is that an admission of he kind of, oh, wait a minute.
Those lips got real loose, and I could tell that he was hearing the words come out of his own mouth, and he tried to backtrack, but it was too late.
It was too late.
It was only a matter of time before a slippage. I mean,
Right, it was too late. I'm like, okay, Samantha, I'm with you, girl. Because I'm like, wait a minute, okay. Oh, really? So you did. You just don't want to say nothing. I understand. But if his wife hears it, she's going to be like, wait a minute now. Hold on. What did you just say?
Wait a minute. Yeah, I would love to be a fly on the wall of that house. I'm sure there's some interesting conversations going on, but, the truth is the truth.
Now let me ask you a question. Now you was looking real cute coming in that kitchen that morning with that little lingerie on.
Oh my God.
And them little shorts now. I say, wait a minute now. Now I say, was that a producer move? Because you ain't never seen her dressed like that on the show. She's always very conservative and cute. And I'm like, wait. Were you trying to get some looks or?
Not at all. And I know it looked like that, but looks can be deceiving. Honestly, I was packing in a rush. Threw in like 3 different kind of PJs, and that's just what I put on. And we had to film, and when I put it on, I noticed that it was a little sexy. Yeah, it was a little extra. So I was like, well, let me put the robe on, and then I had to go film. I didn't have time to change. I didn't have time to think about it or figure out a plan B. It was just like, it is what it is. And since quarantine and that's not an excuse because this is before quarantine. I was going to say I put on some weight, but that was before. So look, that's not an excuse, but I had put on some weight. So that outfit did not fit me as conservatively as it had before. So once I put it on, it was kind of like too late. And then I didn't even picture that Andrew might be in the kitchen, and I didn't want him to see me like that. I was not in any way trying to be provocative or put myself out there or get any type of attention from him. Been there, done that. So which is why I also pivoted and exited the room as quickly as possible. You did. Once I realized that maybe this ain't quite appropriate. The looks that I got, and obviously the feedback that I'm getting from the show now, but that was not an intentional move.
And see, because you're kind of shapely. You got a cute little shape. How tall are you? How tall are you?
I am 4'10" and a half.
Because I said last night, oh, she's a little lady. Because last night it really showed your height. I said, she's a little lady. And so you are 4'10". I was going to give you a few little extra, like maybe 5 feet, 5'1".
No, ma'am. It was, I think, about 8th grade when I stopped growing. And all my friends shot up past me. I am very short.
Wow. Very short. Okay. So look just as short and cute. So what else? So what else can we expect to see this season on the show?
Oh, you're gonna see a lot more celebrities, some bigger names. Honestly, just a few more celebrities, some interesting ones. A lot more interacting with the actual celebrities and not just showing the property, but seeing how we interact and how we negotiate. And you're just going to see some interesting dynamics develop, between castmates. And, some friendships will end, some friendships will be mended, maybe some new love here and there. And you'll also get to see the progression of my relationship with my boyfriend, who, as we know, is now on the show because he's my boyfriend.
Right.
You will get a little bit more of an in-depth look to our relationship, which I'm looking forward to. So it'll be good.
Now you know who shocked me was Lil Suge. He got turned up last night. He don't need to be drinking nobody's nothing because he is the life of the party. I'm like, okay, well, who is that?
When he has fun, he has fun. And
yeah, he does.
I guarantee you, I love when he's around, when we're partying and just kind of kicking back and letting loose, because he is hilarious. He, like you said, is definitely the life of the party, and he just makes everything so much more fun. So, I mean, it's not often that we get to just act like
Yeah.
that and be like that and kind of just, not care. So it's refreshing and it feels good. And he's so much fun. I love him.
That's good. So first, let's talk about Taryn. How did you and Taryn meet? Let's talk about that.
Taryn and I actually met while I was still waitressing. So we were dating for quite a while before he became a part of my storyline. We were, seeing each other, and then before we started filming, we had made it official. So I'm like, he needs to be a part of the story because he is a huge part of my life. So actually, we met at a club. I walked into a club by myself because I was fighting with another boyfriend. And I said, forget this. And I walked into this club by myself and I saw him and we struck up a conversation, and I really didn't take it seriously for a long time. I had dealt with the Andrew thing and then tried to move on with another guy, and that was whatever. So I had kind of given up and I was just done. So he really, really had to work to get my love and affection, and he has earned it, and he's a good man, and I totally deserve him through all the crap that I have been through. So
Now, did he know
amen
you?
to that.
Did he know you were a part of a reality show? Did he know who you were at the time when you guys met?
Something about me is I never ever tell people. It's more interesting if I just let them find out,
Right.
and then they're like, wait a minute, who is this person, that I'm dealing with? So he did not recognize me from the show. He had never seen the show. So, it was interesting because for a while he didn't know, about this show, but I don't tell people. I just think it's tacky to be like, hey, I'm on TV. It's like, okay, well, if you watch TV, maybe you'll see me, maybe you won't, it's just better that way. But he's been very supportive of the show, and I was glad that he agreed to finally be on it because initially he didn't want to, not everybody wants that light on them or that microscope, or to be subject to be scrutinized or talked about, or feeling like people that you're accessible. I mean, that takes a certain type of person to be open to that. So it did take some convincing for him to be on the show, but it also was like me proving my love for him to me, because I'm not going to put somebody on the show as my boyfriend unless I really, really, really rock with you. So I'm like, listen, this is a gesture of my commitment to you. You better get on this show.
Okay. Because I love you.
I could have just been like, okay, season 2, I'm still single, but I didn't want that to be my narrative because it's not my narrative.
Correct.
So I'm happy about it.
So I'm glad he did. I know you had some concerns about Andrew being at the house, and that was nice. You were trying to call him to let him know out of respect that Andrew is at the house. So I thought that was very respectable and commendable. You and your relationship, because some people might say, I ain't saying nothing because I didn't see Andrew pick up the phone and call his wife.
No.
Right.
I mean, but how surprising is that? Not really. But no, for me, being open and honest is key. Right. And that doesn't mean that makes things perfect, but it's smoother when everything is stemming from the truth. So it's like, well, I got to get the truth out there first, and then I'll deal with the repercussions, whatever that may be. But the foundation has to start with the truth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, girl, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. And I want to remind the audience to be sure to tune in Monday nights to VH1 to Love and Listings and a little bit of drama with my girl, Miss Ajani. Girl, it's such a pleasure having you on the show. And if people wanted to hear some of your music, where can they find you? Do you have any videos on YouTube? Where can they catch up with you?
I do. I actually have one song on YouTube. There's more to come, but I'm very focused on my real estate right now and building my brand, and the music is a little bit more of a hobby, but you can find me singing a song in Spanish on YouTube, and I hope you guys check it out, and I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, you got to come back on for season 3 so we can talk about some more good juicy stuff. Absolutely, girl. Thank you so much, girl.
Anytime.
I love you, girl.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, lady. Bye, guys.
And again, be sure to check out my girl, Ajani Scott, on Monday nights on VH1's Love and Listings. And let's connect on social media. On Instagram, I am Lady Charmaine, and Facebook, Lady Charmaine Live Show. And you can also catch up on all of my previous celebrity interviews. Just go to LadyCharmaineLiveshow.com.